Hi everybody, it's Randy from Randy's Crafty Creations. Zoe is holding the iPad for me, so if it shakes, I apologize, but I'm not on a tripod today. I just wanted to bring you today a quick unboxing of my brother's Scan and Cut. So my friends are laughing right now, and that's great because I'm laughing along with them when I said no more cutting machines. However, Stampin' Up keeps coming out with this pattern paper. This is one of the ones from Christmas that has characters on them and the dies that coordinate with them. And if I'm going to be working on a whole bunch of swap cards or mass producing for any reason, to use the dies to cut each one of these out, I just don't have the hand strength for that anymore. So this machine is supposed to go ahead and cut all these out for me. So we're going to figure it out together. Thank you to my friends Amy and Kara who talked me into trying this. Let's see what happens. So all I have done is open it. I've taken the mat out. Answer to your first question, yes, you have to use the Brother Scan and Cut mats because they have registration marks. We cannot put our Cricut mats into this machine. Question number one, that's the one I know that all of my customers were going to ask because I had that question too. But after more research, we've got registration marks here, so there's just no way we can do that. So anyhow, I put my piece of pattern paper on, all right, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to hit scan. Hopefully that's the right button. There we go. All right, and direct cut, because I just wanted to cut what's on the page. All right, so I'm going to hit there. Select a device to convert the scanned image to data cutting, and I'm going to push the machine, because I don't want to use the computer. I use my computer for everything else. So now I need it to recognize what's on here. So let's go ahead and go into recognition mode. Press start. Sorry. So now it's going to go ahead and scan it. And I literally just unboxed it, ran downstairs, grabbed a piece of Designer Series paper, and came up here and asked Zoe to get the iPad. So it's been out of the box for like 5 minutes. So let's see what happens. It's recognizing it. And, okay. Can you see the screen? Can they see the screen, Zoe? All right, great. So here's my piece of paper up on the screen. All right, so now what do we do? Do we tap it? No? Okay, let's see what we do. We push, oops. Oh, no, I don't want to delete it. Well, okay, just so you know, that's the delete button. What's up?
Click OK.
Click OK. Thank you. Teenagers need to tell us how to use electronics, right? Okay. All right, click OK. Now, great. So I can see that my images are outlined, which is perfect because that's what I want. But I don't want all these little things, although it's nice to know that if I wanted this candy canes cut, that it would do that. So let us do that. And we're going to ignore object size. Let's see what that does. Oops. All right. Let's see what happens if I keep tapping up. Is it going to take things away? It's taking things away. Okay, good. I want to just leave the people if possible. Can you see things starting to disappear? I just want to leave the people and not, oh, I lost a person. And not get everything else. All right, let's go back. What does that do? I don't know. Okay. Yeah, I could read the directions, but we know I'm not going to do that. All right, let's see. Oh, hey, I can zoom in. That'd be nice. There we go. Then I can see at least. All right, so it's got my Mrs. Claus. It's got my sign. It's got my elves. And like I said, you can see the little snowflake here, the candy. So it would cut all that out. But like I said, I don't want those. So now I need to figure out how to get rid of those. What does that one do? Outline distance. Okay. We're going to give our outline distance a 4. Okay. And that should then eliminate, no, not an 8, a 4. Just so you know your touchpad's sensitive. That should eliminate all the little stuff. All right. So now with an outline distance of 4, now let's go ahead and get rid of some of the things that we don't want. Ignore object size. We should ignore anything that's not a 4, if I remember correctly. So it should leave my people, but should take away everything else. There's a stylus that comes with it, but it's out of my reach right now. I don't know if you can see, all these little things are starting to disappear. I think that's good. I think I got rid of all, oh wait, there's another candy cane still up here. Let's see if I can get rid of that too. I did. All right, we're gonna cut this and see what happens. Let's hit okay. Let's hit okay again. Whoop. And it says processing. Let's see what's gonna happen here. All right, so now when we look at the screen, can you zoom in on that again? Now when we look at the screen, we can see that it should just be cutting out our people, our sign, our Mrs. Claus, our sign, and our elves. All right, let's see what happens. Are we ready? I'm gonna hit cut, and should be able to cut this whole piece of paper, and then if it were Christmas time, oh, it doesn't have to be, we could just go downstairs and put them on cards. Let's see what happens. I'm gonna push cut, processing, and let's see what it's gonna tell me. It's going to tell me that it's going to take 6 minutes to cut. I'm not going to keep you here for 6 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and cut it and be right back. All right, so I pushed the cut button. Don't do that. That sets it to reprocess. You want to hit your start button. So I'm going to push the start. It'll start to go in and cut. By the way, I set my blade to 4, so my blade was all in there. It just turns like our Cricut blade turned, like our Silhouette blade turns. I turned it to 4 to cut Designer Series paper. So let's see if that works. And hold on a second. All right, it's going over the registration marks. And it's already cutting. So, okay. We'll hang here for a minute and then... All right, so just like our other machines, it's going to decide what it's going to cut. It looks like it might be cutting the signpost first. So maybe that's what's scanned first. I have no idea. All right, no rhyme or reason, just like all our other machines, everything is the same. So I'm gonna let it keep cutting and I will be back in 6 minutes. You good? All right, so it did take 6 minutes. I timed it, I ate my bagel. So it was great, I got my breakfast in. Anyhow, it just finished cutting. So I'm gonna push okay. All right, and I would normally eject the mat right away, but since it's in the focus of the camera, I'm not going to. But if I go ahead and I pull this up, I know it cut out, okay, it didn't cut out the presents. So well, cut out some of them, but not all of them. Okay, well that's fine. I guess it's because it didn't get a good scan. Anyhow, what I did learn is that it's only going to cut a solid image. So because the presents were not connected to the wheelbarrow cart, wagon, it cut them out separately from the wagon. See how it cut it out from the wagon? So if you're going to want an image to cut out as a whole, you just have to connect it with a light pencil line. So anyhow, I have to give this machine, and I got the scan and cut too because it was cheaper. Honestly, there was a blitz deal on Amazon the other day. See, look. Sorry, I'm subject jumping, but my kids accuse me of that all the time. So here's the wagon. There's the presents, okay? But it cut in 2 separate pieces. So I have the wagon and the presents because they weren't joined together. But that's okay, because I'm just going to use the dimensionals with that anyway. So that's perfectly fine. Anyhow, I got a deal on Amazon the other day. They had a lightning deal for just a couple hours one morning, and I hit it right. So I got the Scan and Cut 2 because it was cheaper than the Scan and Cut DX. I understand the Scan and Cut DX has more features, more photo quality when it's scanning. But right now my purpose for this is for stamped images, but mostly for Designer Series paper. So I don't have to sit and crank out the dies. For those that don't know me, I was cranking out dies for a swap card over the summer, and I was cutting so many pieces on my Big Shot that I dislocated my shoulder. And so now I try to stay away from all the little dies for just a little bit. It's fine, but I don't want to do that again. So that is a lot of my reasoning for this. So I'm excited. It cut them out pretty nice. And here's my cute little elf. So for the Designer Series paper, I used a blade depth of 4. It didn't really cut into my mat as much as it does on my Silhouette or my Cricut machines. I'm going to tell you, I'm not a fan of the adhesive on this mat because the paper wasn't totally stuck down like I had liked as a whole. It seems like the shapes are stuck down fine, but the paper as a whole wasn't stuck down. But, you know, we'll see how long the mat lasts, and we can always re-adhesive it. So anyhow, Thanks again for watching. I hope I answered some of your questions about the scan and cut and how to best utilize your designer series papers, and I will talk to you soon. It's Randi from Randi's Crafty Creations, and have a great day.